Listen, never say never, and I know I said I wasn't going to film another TBR Jar video anytime soon, but here we are. I'm feeling spicy. I want to try something new again, even though it's technically not new, and I've done this before. August was not a very good reading month for me, especially when I compare it to all of the previous months of the year. I read the least amount of books. I didn't finish the books that I was reading, and August was just a busy month. I get that no month is going to be perfect, but I was in a slump. I did not want to read anything. In August, I was also gifted new books for my birthday, so I have quite a lot more physical books on my physical TBR, and I want a redo. I want September to be what August should have been. Also, I'm not allowed to buy any more books anytime soon, probably until the next year, because I am literally surrounded by books. I have so many books to the point where I need another TBR bookshelf. That's how many books I have. I have a lot of books. A lot of books. We're gonna do what most booktubers do and let the TBR jar help me choose what books I'm gonna read in September. I almost forgot what month it was going to be. I'm really letting fate decide my future, and since I'm not allowed to buy any more books, I am going to choose from what I have. In addition, there are a few books that I am automatically adding to my TBR, and we'll go over them after we select the books from the TBR jar prompts. These prompts are brand new. I wrote them maybe 30 minutes ago. There's a little over 25 for the silly little TBR game. I'm going to choose 5 prompts. I need September to be a banger of a month. I need September to have some of the best reads. I also don't want to over consume in September. I want to make sure that I hit my monthly goal, and since I do have other books that I am planning on reading, I don't want to choose too many books and not read them. We're going to get started right away. I should probably move this over to the front 1 second. I think that should do. Should we begin? I'm a little nervous, kind of stressful. These are all of the books that we're looking at today. You can't see the ones on the ground, but they're all around me. For the first prompt, I'll give you a little ASMR. Got one. A book under 300 pages. Sorry if that's blurry. I'll put the prompt down right here. How about that? Okay, I can do that. I think I have a few to choose from. We're just gonna go. That's what we're gonna do. Actually, this is a really good prompt because I will most likely finish it pretty quickly. Okay, we have a giant list. I'm gonna quickly go through what I automatically don't want to read at the moment, what I'm not feeling right now, and then we'll narrow it down. I've narrowed it down to 4 books. Now I'm going to actually decide what I'm gonna read. This should have been an easy choice. I'm choosing Exit Lane by Erica Wernick. This book was gifted to me by 831 Stories, and it comes out in September. So of course I need to read it in September. It's so short. It is less than 200 pages even, and I love these stories because they are short, sweet, but also get to the point. You're still getting a love story, and it's intimate enough even when it's written in such a short amount of pages. This one, I believe, is a second or third or fourth chance romance that takes place across 8 years and 2 continents, and it starts with a road trip. Perfect way to end summer and start off fall. Okay, 1 down, 4 more to go. Should I let you see it first? It's upside down, isn't it? Yep. A book from your most recent book haul. Here is my most recent book haul. My most recent book haul, I'm going to include books that I was gifted by friends and family, so my mark, and books that I bought myself. So these I got all in August for my birthday. And from here, I could probably narrow it down. Let me just narrow it down to books that I purchased in August. I think that'll be a good good gauge to go from. These are the books that I specifically bought myself for my birthday in August. Looking at them, there's one that I automatically want to read, and you can probably guess if you've watched any of my recent wrap-up videos or just follow me along on social media. I'm going to choose The Butchering Art by Lindsay Fitzharris. It is a non-fiction story. In July, I read The Facemaker by Lindsay Fitzharris. It is a World War I story about a surgeon whose job was to reconstruct people's faces during war, and it was so interesting, and I loved the book because it didn't feel like I was reading a textbook. It felt like I was reading an actual story, and this nonfiction had an emotional punch to it. So I wanted to pick up The Butchering Art in August, and I did. So now is the perfect time to read it. 2 down, 3 to go. This is going pretty smoothly. I'm excited. I'm excited for these books. I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Do you see that? Do you see it? Probably not. Do you see it now? Maybe. I'll just read it to you. It was upside down, wasn't it? A book you feel like you could read in one sitting. A book that's bingeable. Okay, this is going to be perfect, especially since I was in a reading slump last month. Well, I guess it's still last month. It's still August when I'm filming this. But this should be good for September. This is what I need. I'm glad. Let me choose some books. I automatically know what I'm going to choose, and it is going to be... Is this the second one? Nope, this is not the second one. Okay, I got it. It is A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. This is the second book in the Ember Quartet. I read the first book in June or July, and I flew by. It was the perfect YA fantasy that had a little bit of romance. It was action-packed, and the ending left me with a cliffhanger. I've been wanting to pick up this next book in the series for quite some time now, and I am so glad that now I can. I don't want to spoil anything since this is the sequel in the 4-book series. I will list the synopsis right here, also for the sake of time. I feel like this is reinvigorating my love for reading again, and for the books that I own. This is gonna be good too. Wow, September, 5-star prediction. Sorry, all of these are blurry. I'm not perfect. What do you want from me? I just read books sometimes. Okay, a 5-star prediction. Well, I would have chosen A Torch Against the Night, but I'm just gonna have to pick another 5-star prediction. I'm staring at my books and it's like I don't have a 5-star prediction. That's such a lie. That's not true. Technically, wouldn't we want all of our books to be 5 stars? You would think, right? Okay, I have 3 books to choose from that I think are going to be 5 stars for me. I'm on a V.E. Schwab kick right now, so I'm going to pick Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil as one option. And then another one that I think would be a 5-star is Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix. Grady Hendrix is one of my favorite horror thriller authors. I was on a Grady Hendrix kick when I first started reading in 2022, and I've been putting this book off for fall. And then this last book is The Lion Woman of Tehran by Marjan Kamali. I butchered that name. This I don't know much about other than it is an epic novel of friendship, betrayal, and redemption set against 3 transformative decades in Tehran, Iran. And it takes place in the 1950s. Out of these 3 books, I think I'm going to choose, I know, The Lion Woman of Tehran, because both of these books, I could happily wait to read them in October or November as it gets a little bit spookier. And maybe if I finish my TBR, I can pick one of these up. So I'm gonna set these aside for now. My 5-star prediction is this one. All right, 2 more. It's probably really silly at this point, isn't it? A book set in a country I'd like to visit. I don't think fantasy counts. It must be real. I also want to make sure I pick something that's seasonally relevant. I'm not ready for full-on spooky or snowy settings yet, so I have to just triple check what I want to read. Does this book not even have a synopsis? Oh, it does. Okay. Dublin, Rome, Ireland is the country, and Italy is the country. Okay, we have three options. Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I've had this book since it came out, so earlier this year. This story takes place in Ireland, and I've been wanting to read this, but I've been waiting for the right time. I feel like for a Sally Rooney book, especially for this one, I've heard that people either really enjoyed it or they didn't. Like, it's not their favorite Sally Rooney book, and I'm a little bit worried. But then again, Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry was not a favorite for most, and I still really enjoyed it. I gave that one a 5 out of 5 too. So just a reminder that reading is subjective, and I think this might be the time. So this is a potential option. Flashlight by Susan Choi. This was a book that I got for my birthday in August. Mark got it for me. This one takes place in North Korea, and it just seems like it's a beautiful story of family, loss, memory, and it says, and the ways in which we shape by what we cannot see. The last one is another Sally Rooney book. This one I've also been putting off. This takes place in Ireland as well. I think for now, I'm going to go between Beautiful World, Where Are You, or Intermezzo. I gotta say, I'm really feeling Intermezzo. This one just seems messy. It's giving more normal people vibes, which I read and I loved. I'm gonna go with my gut, and my gut says Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. All right, we have one more to choose from. What's it gonna be? I don't know either. This is fun. I'm having a great time. Okay, I could do this. It says, a popular book that you have not read. A lot of these books are popular books, technically. Okay, I've picked 3 books that I think are options for a popular book that I haven't read. Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen. Everyone's talking about this series, or everyone was, maybe a month or so ago. Well, more than that actually. I got this book on Independent Bookstore Day, so April. It's been more than a month. I haven't picked it up yet, only because I told myself that I would try to finish the other books in a series that I have not finished yet. So this is an option, and I probably should stick to that rule at this time. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. I don't think I've read a bad review for this book at all. Gifted and Talented by Olivia Blake. This book came out a while ago, and I have a signed copy. I didn't get to attend her event that Rainy Day Books hosted. This is supposed to be a magical Succession. So if you watched Succession and you enjoyed it, then you might like this one too. Olivia Blake is also a second chance author for me. I read Atlas 6 by her, and I did not like it at all. I have multiple of her other books. I have Masters of Death. I have One for My Enemy, and now Gifted and Talented. So those are 3 that I could choose from, but here's the deal. I'm going to hold off on Bury Our Bones because my Fable book club pick for the month of September might be fantasy. I think the poll is still going on right now, and if it is, this is going to be an option. Like I mentioned, I would be okay waiting to read this in October. These are my rules. I can do what I want. I'm going to add another book, actually. I think I know when I want to read. This one. I'm not going to do Bridge Kingdom. I'm not doing Bridge Kingdom because I need to finish a series before I can start another series. That's a rule that I have that I need to follow, okay? So I'm going to do One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. I believe this is supposed to be a Romeo and Juliet retelling, but make it modern day, and there's magic involved. So this sounds fun. I want to give her a second chance, so I'm going to choose this one. This is supposed to be a popular book. This one is like an indie popular book. You feel? Okay. Did I choose 6 books? You guys, I chose 6 books when I said I was going to read 5. That's okay. I'm going to stick with my stack. I'm silly, aren't I? Okay, I did mention that there are some other books that I'm adding to my September TBR, one of them being my Fable Book Club's pick for the month of September. I'm not sure what that is yet, but I will be reading that. You'll just have to subscribe and follow along to figure out what the book is. And you should also join and read with us if you want. We have a good time. And then each month, I want to try to read at least one NetGalley arc that I'm gifted. And here is a list of all of the books that I can choose from and read. I'm thinking I'm going to add Graceless Heart by Isabel Ibanez or Never Over by Claire Gilmore. There's also one more book that I am adding as a buddy read to my September TBR, and it's up there and I'm down here, so I'm not going to grab it, but it's right here, Heavenly Bodies. I'm going to be buddy reading this with Logan and hoping to start over Labor Day weekend, so I'm just gonna dump that into September. So really, I'm gonna be having a 9 book September TBR. It's fine, I'm fine. Some of them are short, we gotta remember that. Let's quickly run through what I'm planning on reading in September. So, other than those 3 books, a popular book you haven't read, One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. A book set in a country I'd like to visit, Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. A 5-star prediction, The Lion Woman of Tehran by Marjan Kamali. A book you feel like you could read in one sitting, bingeable. A Torch Against the Night by Sabah Tahir. Why do I sound like a robot? A book from your most recent book haul, The Butchering Art by Lindsay Fitzharris. And a book under 300 pages, Exit Lane by Erica Verink. My whole name is really hard to say, so I get it. A TBR jar later, I have 6 books to read for the month of September, plus those other 3, so 9 books. I think it should be good. I am excited. I think September is going to be a good month. I'm ready for a reset. I'm ready to read interesting and thought-provoking books, like having that nonfiction in there, having just books with more emotional depth. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for hopefully quite a few 5 stars. What are you planning to read in September? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram for any real-time updates on what I'm reading, what I'm doing, what I'm wearing, and I will... Why did that sound so strange and inappropriate? I like fashion. I like style and clothes. Okay, I should end this. My arm hurts. I will see you in another video. Have a great day. See you next week. Bye.